2016 marked Dassault Aviation's centennial year. In February, as the sponsor and patron of the Verdun Memorial, the company donated to the site an Eclair propeller, Marcel Dassault's first creation. In April, 30,000 spectators attended our historical and futuristic show at the Grand Palais around the theme of the conquest of the air.
That year, a young man gazed in wonder as the Wright brothers' aircraft circled the Eiffel Tower. For Marcel Bloch, known to history as Marcel Dassault, a vocation was born.
Unfailing patriotism, a spirit of resistance, upholding rank and technical excellence, these are the cardinal virtues illustrated by the life of Marcel Dassault, perpetuated by Serge Dassault and his family, and cultivated by our company's skilled workers, engineers, pilots, and directors. Without Marcel Dassault, without his passion for aviation, his vision of what should be built, his absolute perseverance, his belief in the future, all of his qualities, and the help of an incredible team of engineers and remarkable production staff, France would not have the greatest combat aircraft in the world today. Throughout this year, books, films, and exceptional flight presentations demonstrated Dassault Aviation's know-how and its ability to innovate in the areas of both civil and military activities. Three additional Rafales were delivered to the Egyptian Air Force in January, thus bringing the number to 6 presently available to the country of the 24 aircraft ordered. The Franco-British summit meeting in Amiens on March 3rd reconfirmed the willingness of France and the United Kingdom to continue its cooperation in the area of military aircraft, a cooperative venture which Dassault and its partners are devoting their combined efforts to develop an operational demonstrator combat drone. As the result of a survey by the internationally recognized Randstad Group, in which 11,000 people were polled, Dassault Aviation was considered to be France's favorite company. Éric Trappier received the award in Dassault's name on March 24. The Falcon 8X demonstrated its numerous qualities during a highly demanding test campaign. Most notably, it carried out an around-the-world tour early in the year, with Éric Trappier participating in the Paris-New York flight. Our newest flagship successfully obtained certification by the EASA and the FAA. The Falcon 8X's stop in Geneva for the eBay show was the occasion for Dassault to present its entire range of business jets. The salon was marked by an uncertain economic outlook.
After a strong 2014 year, the business jet market slowdown last year came as a disappointment. While I also expect more Rafale sales this year, I wish we could count on a stronger market for our Falcons. But there is still uncertainty in this market for 2016.
The French Navy received the last in a series of 4 maritime surveillance Falcon 50s. These aircraft were the object of a worksite transformation at Dassault Aviation in Mérignac in order to receive radar detection, an optronic system, a new cockpit, and observation windows. The Japanese Coast Guard purchased a third Falcon 2000 MSA for its maritime surveillance missions. After a highly competitive bidding process, the Falcon 2000 MSA was chosen thanks to its flexibility of use and its controlled operational costs. The Neuron UAS was presented in June during an aerial demonstration organized by the French Air Force in Istres, accompanied by a Rafale and a Falcon 8X forming a tight patrol. The 3 aircraft flew at a low altitude at 350 kilometers an hour, enabling thousands of spectators to admire them from a distance of less than 400 meters, representing a world first for Dassault. The Eurosatory Salon enabled Dassault to present the two major projects that the company is leading in partnership with important European industrial firms, namely a medium-altitude long-endurance or MALE drone and the Franco-British Future Combat Air System. The Rafale, spearheading the French defense system, is active in the fight against terrorism in Africa, Iraq, and Syria. In the hands of Air Force and Navy pilots, it demonstrates its versatility, its effectiveness, and its viability day in and day out. The French Directorate assigned the upgrade of 55 French Air Force Mirage 2000Ds to Dassault. These modifications show the capability of Dassault to be developed based on operational experience feedback. Within the framework of its flight tests, Noron was confronted with the very stringent electromagnetic environment of the Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier. The French Navy expressed interest in the development of combat drones. Dassault Aviation was deeply honored that the Air Force named its officers' graduating class at the École de l'Air Marcel Dassault. After Louis Blériot and Clément Ader, it is only the third time out of 80 graduating classes that a civilian has received this distinction. Marcel Dassault, the pioneer of French aeronautics, remains the symbol of a life dedicated to the great adventure of the conquest of the skies. An adventure as much technological as it is human, an adventure in the service of France. Marcel Dassault embodies France at its best, a lifetime of focused energy to achieve a goal, and ultimately, this time, in the mission we embrace and share within the military. It is a tribute that perpetuates the ties of all those who have contributed to the brilliance of French aeronautics. The study contract of the European Medium-Range Long-Endurance Remotely Piloted Aircraft System, the RPAS, was made official in the presence of the program's partner nations, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. The MALE RPS will be a new generation unmanned air system dedicated to military missions, including information gathering, surveillance, targeting, and reconnaissance. The contract finalizing India's acquisition of 36 Rafales was signed on September 23rd, a perfect occasion for Dassault Aviation to become part of the ambitious Indian government program Make in India. A joint venture was thus begun with the Reliance Group. This success bears witness to the exemplary partnership between the two countries and marks the natural result of mutual confidence, which was born in 1953 when India became Dassault's first export customer. On October 12th, the postage stamp of the Eclair propeller was unveiled to commemorate Dassault Aviation's centennial. The event took place in the Salon Dassault of the Aero Club de France in the presence of Philippe Val, the CEO of La Poste, Eric Trappier, Serge Dassault, and Charles Edelston. On October 5th, Dassault Aviation delivered its first Falcon 8X, thus making Amjet Executive the initial owner of this trijet, which possesses the longest cabin in the Falcon range and a record-breaking autonomy, enabling it to fly non-stop from Paris to Tokyo or Los Angeles.
Good morning, Falcon family. Welcome to the Falcon Family Breakfast for 2016.
Several new features were revealed at the annual NBAA convention held in Orlando, Florida, including a new cabin for the Falcon 900LX, the Falcon Eye system, certified for the Falcon 2000S and the 2000LXS, and soon for the 8X, as well as a new electronic flight bag with numerous applications available on two lateral screens. Not to mention new immersive systems for maintenance training. While awaiting a market recovery, our CEO confirmed the development of a future aircraft in preparation in order to perpetuate the magnificent saga of our Falcons. On November 10th, Dassault Falcon Service, a branch of Dassault Aviation, inaugurated its new maintenance center at Bordeaux-Mérignac, which can receive up to 6 Falcon 7X, 8X, and 5X type aircraft. Eric Trappier thus confirmed Dassault's implantation in the Aquitaine region. I have decided that our Mérignac site should continue to develop. I have therefore requested that a study be conducted dealing with its expansion, since we had the possibility of increasing activity at the site by reinforcing our military and civilian support teams on the one hand and our Aircraft in Service Research Bureau on the other. In October, Eric Trappier launched a transformation plan for Dassault Aviation entitled Managing Our Future, in order to meet the new challenges the company will be facing. First, there's our successful contract with India, which we'll be putting into effect. Our goal is to seek other contracts and to create a branch in India. The second point is the Falcon range, which we must expand in spite of lower sales. The 5X is a major objective for Dassault. I believe in the 5X. It's got a good cabin. It's the right product. Our strategy, consistent with Dassault's values, will follow 4 basic areas: culture, competence, and organization, specialization of industrial sites, digital tools and innovation, and finally, program management. We must take our environment into account. It doesn't depend solely on us, but on the way in which we manage our company in handling these outside constraints. The past is one thing, but what is truly important is the future.